Hello world, Shelly here, and today I would like to unbox and swatch for you some palettes from Hush. If you are not familiar with Hush, it is a shopping app. They sell makeup and skincare, a lot of Korean beauty stuff, and a lot of it is inexpensive. They're also pretty infamous for duping different high-end brands. So they also carry inexpensive brands like e.l.f. and LA Girl, products from those companies, not dupes of those. So I got into Hush when I heard the story of how they were created. So they started in January 2016. It was three 20-something-year-old guys, tech guys, that decided to start an app that they wanted to sort of combine, like as if TJ Maxx and HSN had a baby. And they had all kinds of products on there targeted toward women, and it turns out the only ones that were selling were the makeup products. So come a year later, January 2017-ish, the current version of the Hush app was released, and it primarily sells skincare, makeup, Korean beauty, that kind of stuff. And that story just, I was interested. I love these entrepreneurial stories, these like great ideas that turn into something real and you just change your whole life. Now, Hush did send me these palettes free of charge in exchange for me doing a video unboxing about them, and that's what I'm going to do. I am under no obligation to give you anything but my most honest opinions, and that's my plan. So I've been playing with these actually for about 2 weeks now. I decided to play with them first before I unbox them so I could give you a little bit of information about how I like them and how they wear, etc. I will be doing a full review of one of these palettes, maybe more of these palettes. And today though, I just want to unbox them, swatch them, talk a little bit about them, and show you what I got. So the first palette that I've got is called the Athena palette. And this is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. These eyeshadow palettes are from the brand Bad Habit. They retail on the Hush app for $12. The Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette retails for $65. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. The packaging of all of these palettes, it's cardboard packaging, but it does have magnetic closure. And they have mirrors. You're gonna see my camera. Oh, look at me. Look at me in there. They all have sturdy mirrors inside of here. And quality-wise, they remind me a lot of like a Morphe palette. They're solid construction, and the formulas are really, really nice. I am wearing all Hush Bad Habit eyeshadow today. We will talk about that in a second. So far, I would rate out of 10, all of these palettes that I'm about to show you, I would rate no lower than an 8, and as high as a 10 actually in most cases. They're very pigmented, they're very blendable, they're very easy to work with, and in some cases I think they're better than their high-end originals. So the Athena palette is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk dupe. It is beautiful. The swatches are full-on gorgeous, and if you are looking for that sort of combo cool toned shimmer mixed with some warm tones, you can really get a lot of interesting looks out of this palette. Next up, I have the Inferno palette. This is clearly, you don't even have to open this up to guess which one this one's a dupe for. It is a dupe for, still got my plastic in here. It's a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Now, I'm actually not a super big fan of the Naked Heat palette. I find that all the looks that I get out of it look the same to me. Like, I just can't seem to get variation. But the shimmers in this palette seem to have more undertone variation than the original Urban Decay shadows. So here's a set of swatches comparing this Inferno palette side by side with the Urban Decay Naked Heat, and you can see the colors are nearly identical, except in the cases where I like these better. So this one I would definitely rate a 10, same construction, cardboard packaging, solid magnetic closure, mirror on the inside, thumbs up on the Inferno palette if you are looking for something warm toned. If you've had enough of the warm tones, this might be my favorite of all, because when the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette came out, I bought it immediately. I was in love with the color scheme, and while I didn't get a bad Subculture palette, mine is actually a-okay, it is still pretty tough to work with. It doesn't blend out as nicely as their other Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, so I really don't reach for it. And when I saw that there's a dupe from Bad Habit, this is the Retro Love palette. Again, this retails for $12 versus the Subculture's $42. It is just beautiful. And the other thing that they did was they organized it in a way that the colors make sense. This is something I've noticed about a lot of their dupes. They have a dupe, for example, of the Kat Von D Saint Sinner palette, which I just ordered the dupe of. I've got the real one and love the real one, but they've reorganized the colors based on, pretty much it seems like based on what most people would complain about in terms of layout. So the colors are in a much more understandable format in their layout. And this palette is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. Here's an example of it swatched next to the Anastasia Subculture palette. This is so much easier to work with than the Subculture palette. This gets an absolute 10 out of 10 for me. I'm so excited. I almost want to order a backup of this just in case it goes away, because I absolutely love the color scheme of this eyeshadow palette, and now I've got one that I can actually use. Next up is the Aura palette. This is a dupe of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. Another one of my favorites. I actually enjoy the Prism palette quite a bit. Love the color scheme of it. These shadows, just as good. The thing that I love is that the mattes are blendable, easy to use, but the shimmers are so smooth and fully opaque and pigmented. They're just, and let me just shout out this shade right here, even better than the one in the Prism palette. There's way more opacity to this shade than the Prism equivalent. I'm just gonna swatch this guy right here and then one of these shimmers. Oh, I love this color. Let's grab this one. And let me just run them on my hand. I mean, look at that pigment. It's like a neon green, and it is totally, oh, I love this color. I love it. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. They just have a ton of pigment and they're really easy to work with. I love this palette. These, you know, any of these cool color schemes are right up my alley, and if the quality is good and I can wear them. The other thing, none of these so far that I have used have stained my skin at all. Sometimes less expensive eyeshadow palettes tend to stain my skin. They have not been staining my skin, which is nice. Next, I've got the Aphrodite palette, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which I do not have. I haven't purchased any Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. I haven't purchased anything from Huda Beauty, actually. And I was happy to get this because I like the color scheme. I'm a big fan of pinks, and this is beautiful. Again, the shimmer glitter shades are just full on. You do not have to wet them. You don't even have to apply them with your finger, although they are the most pigmented if you do. They're easy to apply, fully opaque, fully pigmented, like fully dazzling. Another one knocked out of the park. I can't compare this to the original because I don't have any Huda Beauty, but I find it to be a friggin' knockout for $12. I've also got two face palettes. These are from the brand Face Candy. They retail for $12, and first up is the Mermaid Glow palette. This is intended to be a dupe of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, and these are so pretty. Now, I don't know if I think I do have one Anastasia highlight palette, but I haven't opened it up and used it yet. I'm not sure which one I have. I'm pretty sure it's Moonchild, but so I can't compare these to the originals in terms of using them, but these highlights, they have beautiful undertones. If you enjoy these kind of highlight palettes that give you the variety, this is a great deal. They emphasize texture just a teeny tiny bit. However, if you buff them into the skin, use your highlight brush and just continue to buff them into the skin, they will buff into a very nice sheen. and you won't have to worry about it accentuating texture. But if you just do your typical with your fan brush, then be aware buffing is going to solve the texture issue if you need to solve that issue. I do. Old face here. The last palette I've got is the Unicorn Glow. Oh, look at the hollow. And this is intended to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow palette, which I know for a fact I do not have. And these colors are just beautiful. Same deal with texture. The formula, it's a nice formula. It does last all day, but if you do have texture on your skin, you're going to want to buff this in pretty well in order to get that texture to go away and not be visible anymore. So there is my unboxing of the Hush palettes that I received. Thank you so much to Hush for sending these to me. This was my first introduction to Hush as an app, as a shopping option. I have already placed an order for more palettes on my own dime because I'm so impressed with the ones that I received. Which palette would you guys like to see me do? Either a side-by-side, one eye with the high-end, one eye with the dupe, or just a full-on makeup look, or get ready with me? Which ones do you want to see first? Let me know and I will get on that. So there you have it. My first experience with the Hush app and the dupes of high-end makeup. If you enjoy these dupe videos, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.